Wait, what? Multiverse, relationship, communication. These are the elements of a movie that I just experienced. Um, I still don't know what I watched, but I'm going to talk about it. Welcome back, folks. I am your host, Tom, and today I am going to be reviewing the movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once. As you can tell from my the beginning of my intro here, I was very surprised how much I was surprised that this movie was made. It is something that is bonkers. It is something that's not hard to believe or to follow, but you just couldn't believe that this movie was made. It is, as of right now, my best movie of the year so far. And Everything Everywhere All at Once has a wonderful cast. You have Michelle Yu or Yao, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. Please don't hold me. I'm not good with names. You also have Ki Kwan, who is, you might remember him. I probably butcher his name, but you probably remember him from Goonies and Indiana Jones. He was the annoying Asian kid. Yes, I said it. I didn't like that character. You also got James Hong, who is the voice in Kung Fu Panda, the dad. He's in it. You got Jenny Slate. There's a really good cast in this movie. This movie, I don't want to give it away too much. In fact, I don't want to give it away at all. You also have Jamie Lee Curtis in this as well. Also, another young lady named Stephanie Sue. I think that's how I say her name. You can find her on Mrs. Maisel, playing one of the character in that show. She's really good. So she's really good in this movie as well. I don't, yeah, like I said, I don't really want to give this movie away because I want people to be surprised, like I was. I went in this movie not knowing what this movie was about, except for one thing, and that is it has multiverse. Yes, and this is not an MCU movie. This is not a comic book movie. This is just a movie about a woman named Evelyn, who's played by Michelle Yao, who is struggling in her life to keep her family together, to keep her business up top, and to keep her business going. And she has to deal with, a lot of things in her life, and it kind of questions her own reality, and she kind of has to deal with a lot of things in her life. And she has to deal with her dad, who is old and senile, I guess you can call it, and she has to take care of him. And this is the cultural thing in the Asian world, that sometimes you take on the responsibility of taking your care of your mom and dad. She has to deal with her business, deal with her husband, who she questions herself if she made the right decision to marry him. Even though they have a daughter together, she still questions that. And then she also has to deal with her daughter, who came out as a lesbian, and she doesn't know how to react to it. She doesn't know how to treat her daughter in that manner. When it comes down to it, there is a lot of crazy things going on in this movie, like a lot of things that I loved, and a lot of things I'm not going to tell you about because I don't want to give it away, but it has to deal with multiverse. And I'm not going to even explain to you how this works because the character, I don't know, King Hugh Kwan, his character is actually a very important character in the movie because he explains a lot of what's going on or what's happening to Evelyn in the movie. And he does a lot of exposition to tell you how the multiverse, how this multiverse in this movie works. So I'm gonna let him do that, and so you can be surprised as you watch this movie. But when it boils down to it, I just want to give you my thought. I'm not going to spoil anything. This movie is about relationship, about communicating, about how you deal with certain issues in your own family and people who you come in contact with. There are sometimes that you try to hold on to certain tradition and certain ways that you do in life, and it doesn't pan out the way you want to do because kids are different when they grow up in America than it is to, grow up in Asia. And you have to accept that part and adapt to these to situation and what she's dealing with. So this movie is all about relationship, how you have to let certain things go, let your own daughter run her, have her own life, and not try to control everything that you think you can be in control of. And in this movie, it hits in all beats when it comes to the tone, the pacing, everything. And you get a glimpse of, like, maybe it's for me, I can see myself in Evelyn's shoes. Not that I juggle all these things, but I can understand why she wants to keep that tradition, because I have a mother of my own who has that type of tradition that she carries on with herself. But luckily, I have a mother that can adapt to knowing that her son is not the same as I was when we were living in Thailand. And so this movie is very delightful, but it has such crazy stuff going on in here. And I'm not going to tell you, I want you guys to go check this movie out. I want to recommend this movie to you. And I beg of you to go watch these type of movies, because we always tell people, like, there's not a lot of original movie out there, like, that has, fresh writing, fresh ideas, and, fresh directors. That these guys, these directors, there's two of them. Their name is Dan Kwam and Daniel. I don't know how to say his name, but they did Switch Army Man or something. Yeah, with Daniel Radcliffe for that movie. If you like that, you'll like this movie. It's bonkers. Go check it out. I give this movie, maybe it could have been cut a little shorter. That's the only bad thing, and I'm nitpicking. But because of that, I'll probably give this 9 out of 10. I recommend this movie, guys. Go check it out. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It is worth your money. And I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews and telling you if you should see the movie, it should not, because I feel like with everything that's going on in the world, gas prices going up, inflation going up, I want to recommend movies to you that I feel like it's worth your money. And this is one of them. I give this 9 out of 10. Go check it out. Thank you.